Every day I get online, I see some of the craziest behavior. Check this out.
Honestly speaking, like, who wants to live around this? Black women are responsible for raising some of the worst people in today's society, men and women. The men have completely disappeared from the homes, and the children are completely out of order.
Know that, nigga. Fuck all ops, nigga. Dumbass little boy. You spanking ass, roll in nightmare, man. You know that, nigga. Tell this shit get bad for real. Fuck all ops. This shit get bad for real. Bow, bow.
And when you look at the music, the culture, the exception level, it's all shit.
So the question is, who's responsible for our young children causing mayhem in the underprivileged, underdeveloped, poor communities? A lot of things people refuse to talk about out loud. Do you agree with the young lady? Is it much deeper than that? Is that it? When you see kids causing chaos across the globe, for real, especially in the United States, fighting, stealing pipes, destroying property, disrespecting people, unaliving innocent people, we always ask ourselves, why? Why? And I ask myself, why are they so excited by that? Why are they so interested in that, as opposed to wanting to do anything else? I'd be like, y'all don't want to get no girls, y'all don't want to go on no dates, y'all don't want to get no money. Because the things you're doing is getting you incarcerated for lifetimes, you know? And people be real inconsistent with where they put that blame at. So it's a breakdown to it. I'm gonna say the main one is the home. So it's deep and it hurt, you know. The first system that a child ever gonna experience is gonna be the home. Where that child's supposed to learn discipline, that child's supposed to learn respect, that child's supposed to learn accountability, and that child's supposed to learn and understand consequences. But in a lot of struggling communities, the structure inside the home has collapsed. Some would say it's collapsing. It's collapsed from where I sit and what I see, especially like that right there going on in the city of Chicago. Very sad. A lot of absentee fathers, and the mothers are overwhelmed. Little to no supervision. And when you're a child at their ages, it's not a lot of consequences for bad behavior. Even though certain things happen, it's not widespread because of the age. So without growing up with a certain type of strong guidance, guess who become the teacher? The streets. And one thing I learned about the streets is they don't teach responsibility. They're gonna teach you a certain level of survival and dominance, a lot of ignorance. So with that environment, people underestimate how powerful that environment is. And when children grow up in communities where they constantly see gangs, crime, drug dealing and violence, and a lot of illegal money being made, naturally they're going to gravitate to that. It's something that becomes normalized, becomes very normal, because anybody going to adapt to their environment. Very devastating, very sad. And there's not enough conversation around it. And it's very telling when we talk about the home. That damn meter just come on like that in the middle of my conversation. So When children grow up around successful, professional, order in the home, it's going to be different than a child growing up around constant dysfunction. And that's obvious. And sometimes you do get anecdotals. You know, children may be able to pay attention to certain things and say, I don't want that for myself, I want better. But for the most part, you just saw that video. It's hurtful to see that. And I see these things on a regular basis while doing content. I see these things on a regular. It's also a culture problem that I don't think nobody really want to confront. Destructive behavior appears to be glorified. I see a lot of the times the teachers in the school, the kids in the schools, whooping on principals and fighting teachers. How is that cool? While other kids laughing and recording. And then the principal is being held accountable because he's supposed to have a certain level of ethics. But it's major disrespect and it gets physical a lot. You're not even entitled to protect yourself. And when that happens, that's rewarding reckless behavior. And a lot of people will follow that. No structure in these schools is crazy to see how these kids jumping on principals, teachers, whooping them, and laughing and giggling like then the school board having disciplinary action on them. It's sad. And to me, that's a part of broken institutions. On that level, elementary school, high school. This is crazy. Schools and institutions struggling in these areas, overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. A lot of teachers, my brother's school teacher, called me often about certain things that he see, overcrowded classrooms, lack of funding, unstable, a lot of the students coming from unstable homes, discipline policies, have my brother hands tied behind his back. Now what? Turn into high paid or moderately paid, some would say moderately, not even high, paid babysitters. And then we got to deal with the uncomfortable truth about that big ACCOUNT ability. Yeah, accountability. So when I see a group of kids out 50 deep like that, they got to go home to somebody that's a parent they're going home to, or your kid out here with those level of pipes and that activity, and they got on Balenciagas, Mary Jeans. Parents, 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 number one. Number one. A child in their home with you, child is your responsibility. This is deep. Environment, leadership, certain things like that, the culture, that stuff comes secondary, third, fourth. When that household is not strong, the level of chaos that's going to happen starts to become predictable. You can see it. And my brother tell me these things because of what he see at these schools. You know, it's sad to see it and it breaks my heart to see it. But without having this conversation, we continue to fail the children. We got to have this conversation. It has to be had. And we got to be honest. And a lot of people think it's blame, but we got to take accountability. These conversations got to be had. And if you cannot fix this problem if we are afraid to name the causes. Who, what, where, when, why, how. Kids need structure, discipline, strong families, order, better environments. And to be honest, they need real consequences. Some people would say, man, we need to hold some of the parents accountable. You agree with that? What y'all think? And without those things, this vicious cycle continues. Excuse me. It's deeper than that because I haven't even got to the part of they don't have gun licenses. They're not old enough to purchase weapons. They don't have the funds to purchase these weapons. They're not gun manufacturers. Where they getting these guns from? That's a whole nother conversation. But think on that today. Subscribe, tap in with us. We here. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk. We're going to get the call-ins going soon. Tap in with the bigger play, man. All right.